evening and welcome. The show is about to start. However, due to FCC regulations, we have to mention that the ideas expressed by Neal Gladstone are not necessarily those of the Corvallis High School, the Corvallis High School Choir, the Neal Gladstone Band, Neal Gladstone's wife, and any other person, living or dead, or who will ever be living or dead. That said, will you please take a moment to silence your cell phones and beepers, or any crying children or whining husbands. If your cell phone does go off during the show, Neal will personally come down, drag you onto the stage, and have you sing a chorus of American Dog with a spoonful of peanut butter in your mouth. Okay? Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Good Luck Productions, in association with Forget About It Records, presents Neal Gladstone and Company.
Here's a Valentine song for you.
When you go up, you're up. When you come down, you're down. Sometimes it takes a life of mistakes to turn you around. Answers are hard to find, but one thing I can surely say is from the long view, the best you can do is give your love away. Some of us reach for the stars, few of us hit the mark, playing the game of fortune and fame can break your heart. The wind's gonna blow. One thing I can surely say is from the long view, the best you can do is give your love away. Against a
We're going to do a new song for you now. This is a song about an unsavory character by the name of Adhesive Steve. And it's built on these sticky chords. Something like that. Sticky.
Have you seen Adhesive Steve? He's the guest who wouldn't leave. Small dogs and children flee. He's in their vicinity. Steve makes adhesive coats for label tape and post-it notes. It's always just a little hard to breathe. Dear Adhesive Steve. Steve always stands too close. You see the food stains on his shirt. You can smell his aftershave. You can see his dental work. Thick hairs curl out his nose. Tangled up in matted grows. It's always just a little hard to breathe. Dear Adhesive Steve. Steve has a wife named Claire. No one knows exactly where. She's asking for divorce, but he won't give her one, of course. Says that they should stick it out, 'cause that's what love is all about. His unlucky wife just can't believe she's stuck with Adhesive Steve. Steve sits in a special chair, watches cop shows on TV. He likes to see them kick some butt, maintaining our security. Then he has his late night snacks, sticky buns and chicken backs. Can you imagine what it's like to be Adhesive Steve?
asked to pose on a nude calendar with a bunch of other pasty, out-of-shape musicians. This might sound like fun to some people, but for me it was mixed. Standing around for an hour with a bunch of naked men is somewhat awkward. In addition, the temperature was 55 degrees and dropping fast. And the photographer decided he wanted me to sit in this little plastic chair with a 60-pound keyboard on my lap. And so, as my legs turned blue, among other things, I decided this was far too precious an event to leave unheralded in song. And so I wrote this ode to the men of August.
My mama raised me modest, virtuous and true. I never meant to cause her any grief. And so I'm loath to mention that despite her best intention, I seem to have turned over a new leaf. I'm Mr. August, burying it all, hung in your kitchen, tacked to your wall. Ain't it sublime? Hey baby, I'm Mr. August. I have to admit it, I look pretty swell out in the garden, au naturel. Did anyone bring a little sunscreen for Mr. August? I got a little bit nervous when I was pressed into service so late in the year that all that exposure would impair my composure, put a crimp in my career. Well, I might look happy, but you'd be surprised. There's a piano crushing my thighs, 88 keys, putting the squeeze on Mr. August. You know it's hard to perform when you can't get warm and you're wearing the bare essentials. You brought me luck, you warmed me up and unleashed my potential. Well, we knew when this started it couldn't last. Soon Mr. A would slip into the past. It's nearly time to say goodbye to Mr. August. Nowadays grow shorter, sweet summer fades. So blow me a kiss and flip up my page. We had a good run, I hope you had fun with Mr. August. You can be sure I'll always be yours, Mr. August. Doesn't time just fly? For a number of years, we've been trying to attract corporate sponsorship to help provide support for our concerts and that kind of thing. But we've never been able to do it, and I think I finally figured out why. We weren't old enough. But now that we've cleared that hurdle, we
we have indeed attracted corporate sponsorship. The American Prune Council. Now, the APC not only provides support for our concerts, but also a lifetime supply of prunes to everyone in the band, which I'm sure they appreciate. Right, guys?
Can I explain why you were late, Audrey?
Humor! Anyway, here's a word from our sponsor.
Prunes, stewed prunes, prunes, stewed prunes, prunes, stewed prunes, stay in tune with prunes. I said prunes, stewed prunes, prunes.
Are you prejudiced against prunes? Perhaps you don't appreciate them properly. Did you know that prunes are packed with potassium? Prunes are perfect for preserves, compote, or pastry. They add pizzazz to a party and perk up a simple repast. Did you know that professional pinochle players depend on prunes for the pep to live up to their potential? So the next time you're planning a party and can't decide what to prepare, don't panic. Serve prunes. Remember, the prudent prefer prunes.
Stay in tune, stay in tune, stay in tune with prunes.
A while ago, a good friend of ours decided she was tired of being single on Valentine's Day, and she decided she was going to find the man of her dreams. So she got an ad in the personals, and she signed up for Match.com, and she met a few guys. And over the months that Neal listened to her reports of her experiences in the dating pool, he decided that he needed to write her a song. And this is it. If you are wondering, my dear, when true love e'er will be yours, if you are hoping to find the key that will open love's door, there is the secret, there is the chance to find that someone, your true romance. Here's all you really need to do. Just lower your standards, lower your standards. They may not be perfect, but he will do. Love isn't tricky if you're not too picky. And like a fungus, he will grow on you. You may never know why he lives in a pigsty. Heaven knows he's doing the best he can. Though he may not be Tom Cruise, still he's learned to tie his shoes. So lower your standards, he's just a man. You may meet him at a party, proving how much he can drink. He may be passed out in the bathroom or throwing up in the sink. But when he asks you for your number, keep an open mind. He just needs some understanding, and there's a reason that love is blind. So you can lower your standards, lower your standards. He's not an Adonis, but he will do. Love isn't tricky if you're not too picky. He may love to chew tobacco and spit into a can. It may be a bit annoying, but surely you can understand. If you lower your standards, lower your standards. He may not be perfect, but he will do. Love isn't tricky if you're not too picky. And like a fungus, he will grow on you. So he comes to bed sweaty. Why be so petty? You could always just turn on a fan. Though we may not have the brain of a bowl of shrimp chow mein, just lower your standards. He's just a man. Though he may not be too smart, still he's got all the right parts. So lower your standards. He's just a man.
Neal Gladstone and Michael Perkins.
Well, as a lot of us age, seems to be a theme tonight, you'll notice. We actually, as we get into our 40s and 50s and 60s, we actually start losing people, and the Corvallis community has lost some really amazing people in the last few years. And I'm not sure where everybody's going, but one of those amazing people was a very, very dear friend of ours, Jack Diamond. And the feeling that I always get in the last few years is that, you know, those of us who are here are sort of standing on the shore while people keep disappearing over the horizon. This is a song for Jack, who died doing what he loved best, which is fly fishing. We're standing by the river. There was sunlight on your face. You were casting, you were dancing to the music of this place. You were watching, you were listening. Tell me, river, what you know. River, find me. River, guide me. Show me how to let you go. It was autumn, seasons turning, something stirring, wild and deep. River calling, river twisting, then insisting, come with me. River surging, river crashing, river merging with your soul. River, find me. River, guide me. Show me how to let you go. You were one of Gaia's angels, answering her clear and urgent call. Now you leave us with so many questions. and spirit most of all. I can see you in the sunrise, casting diamonds from your line. I can hear you gently laughing with the river in your eyes. You are watching, you are listening. Tell me, river, what you know. River, find me, river, guide me. Show me how to let you go. Show me how to let you go.
In the last few months, there's been a video kind of circulating around the internet about a guy who admits he's a liberal, subversive. And we're going to see if we can do that song for you. By the way, are there any liberals out there? Shocking!
I like to drink clean water, I like to breathe clean air. I think that we should protect this precious earth we share. I care about the animals and the fishes in the sea. Clearly there is something wrong with me. I'm a liberal.
He's a liberal.
I'm a liberal.
Unforgivable.
I'm a liberal.
He's a liberal.
I'm a liberal.
He's your typical liberal.
When I'm walking through a forest, I must admit I fail to see the trees as plywood for vacation homes and Vail. But some folks won't be happy until they've cut them all and built a super highway in a strip mall. But I'm a liberal.
He's a liberal.
I'm a liberal.
Unforgivable.
I'm a liberal.
He's a liberal.
Just a liberal.
He's your typical liberal.
Now the Bush administration seems to be intent on burying the country under $1 trillion debt, with tax cuts for the rich guys while they're in the mood. I'll tell you folks, I think we're getting screwed. But I'm a liberal.
He's a liberal.
I'm a liberal.
Unforgivable.
I'm a liberal.
He's a liberal.
I'm a liberal.
He's your typical liberal.
Now I was taught that Jesus said violence is a sin, that killing other people is not okay with him. But lately I've been hearing, since I'm against the war, Jesus doesn't love me anymore. 'Cause I'm a liberal.
He's a liberal.
I'm a liberal.
Unforgivable.
I'm a liberal.
He's a liberal.
I'm a liberal.
He's your typical liberal.
Now I might be old-fashioned, but I believe it's true that folks around the world are pretty much like me and you. I have this silly notion, if we want them to be friends, they prefer that we don't torture them. But I'm a liberal.
He's a liberal.
I'm a liberal.
Unforgivable.
I'm a liberal.
He's a liberal.
I'm a liberal.
He's your typical liberal.
I'm a liberal. I'm a liberal. I'm a liberal early in the morning for good reason. In every season, though it's treason, early in the morning. Now if we invade a country where lots of people die, the president should have to tell us just exactly why. And if he's caught red-handed, lying flagrantly, I think they should impeach the SOB.
He's your typical liberal.
I'm surely not the world's greatest lover. I never had much charm or savoir-faire. I don't have the wealth of Rockefeller. But when it comes to romance, I'm the richest man around. I have a reputation with the ladies in this town. Sometimes people ask me for the secret that I found. How do I make those young hearts skip a beat? Well, exactly. I'm a liberal. I'm a liberal. I'm a liberal. I'm a liberal. Yeah, I'm a liberal. I'm a liberal.
Irresistible.
I'm a liberal.
He's a liberal.
I'm a liberal.
He's your typical liberal.
What can I say?
Several years ago, Neal and Fred Child and I went down to California to seek our fame and fortune. We weren't gone long. We learned a lot, actually. We really did. We learned some things. We didn't get fame or fortune, but we got a great song. And this is all true.
What the hell is going on here? Don't those people know who I am? I go down to California. Nobody down there gives a damn. No one wants to take my picture. No one wants my autograph. I tell people that I'm famous. They just look at me and laugh. Now my big dream been stepped on like a bad line in a love song. I was a big fish in a little pond. Now I'm a minnow in the ocean. I called a guy who owns a nightclub. I asked what it takes to get us in. I say, we'll play for cheap to get started. He says, we have to pay him. Everybody wants to make $1 million. Everybody wants to be a star. Everybody knows somebody's cousin. And everybody's cousin plays guitar.
our dreams together. We're just doing the best we can do. Someone tells you they got all the answers. Chances are they haven't got a clue. Sometimes I have to learn the hard way. Sometimes the truth is hard to find. Well, I've been around a while, let me tell you, this little pond looks better all the time. Ladies and gentlemen, the human mouth is capable of producing over 200 distinct sounds. And yet there are only 26 letters in the English alphabet. 26 measly letters. No wonder we have trouble expressing ourselves. Suppose the Pope had come to Michelangelo and said, "Mike, we want you to paint the Sistine Chapel, but the only colors you can use are brown and yellow." Imagine it. All the figures would look as if they had a liver disorder. Limiting our language to 26 letters is like limiting Michelangelo to brown and yellow. They're simply inadequate to the task. I propose adding 8 new letters. 5 consonants and 3 vowels. The consonants are and These may be broken into 2 groups. Are inhaled while and are blown out. The vowels are These may be inhaled as well. Depending upon the letters that come before them. For example, works well with an inhale. Together they form the diphthong, as in the word, which is that little dent above your upper lip. Honey, please, your mustache is tickling my... I've written some poetry using the new letters. I'm not a poet, you understand. I offer this humble verse merely to demonstrate the interesting potential of the expanded language. This poem is called The Wee Bird. The wee bird sings his song on yonder Zangle Hill. I've heard him chortle many a night, and I hear him still. Oh, wee bird, your song has filled my boom with yearning. I only hope the book of man can keep from your returning. Lovely, isn't it? Now, with your permission, I'd like to teach you the new letters. Starting with the consonants, first the tongue flop. Now the cheeks up. What a sound that makes. Now the cheek blow. Now the reverse kiss. Careful where you aim that one. And the add a double bounce. Boom. Now the vowels. First the whistle. Exhale through the nostrils. And finally the sound, familiar to those of us who don't get enough fiber. Okay. Now we're going to try a little experiment. We're going to break the audience into 3 groups. Group A, Group B, Group C. Group A, your part goes like this. Boom, 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 boom. Try it. A good first try. Try it again. Boom, 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 boom. Very good. Now, group in the middle, actually I tried this in 2 groups last night and it didn't work, so now I'm trying something different, which is also exceedingly unlikely to work. We got the boom, 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 boom. You guys go wiggle. Actually, it's waggle. Waggle. All right. You guys go. Enthusiastic over here in Group City. So if we try it all together, it should sound like this. Waggle. Suddenly it's out of control. Let's try it in order. Here we go. Waggle. Now there's a clap. Keep going. Oh, I wish I lived in the land of cotton. Old times there are not forgotten. Look away. Look away. Dixieland. Let's start. Okay, we're going to take a little break now. Give you a chance to towel off and buy our CDs. There are also refreshments out there and a mailing list. If you have not signed our mailing list, please do. If you have an email, a new email address, please let us know that as well, especially if it will substitute for a snail mail address, because we want to save a tree here. So have fun, and we'll see you in about 15 minutes.
I thought I'd come out on time this time. This next song that we're doing was a gift from Neal. It's a song that he wrote for Tom and me and sang in our wedding 10 years ago. And the second part of that gift is that I now get to sing it for you all. I think it's a really beautiful expression of the love that we send to people when they embark on the journey of marriage.
Can I give you the light on the keyboard, please? I feel like Stevie Wonder. My eyes have adjusted to it.
We are gathered here together on this lovely summer day to celebrate your union and send you on your way as you tie your dreams together with a simple band of gold. We wish you all the joy your hearts can hold. Your life has been a journey, the stars have been your guide. They have led you to the special one who's standing by your side. As you sail along together and your destinies unfold, we wish you all the joy your hearts can hold. There surely will be trials along the way, and no one will be spared their share of pain. But though there may be hard times, we take delight in sunshine only when we've come to know the lonely sound of rain. And the one that you have chosen is generous and kind, knows the wisdom of forgiveness and the healing power of time. May they comfort and protect you, give you shelter from the cold, and bring you all the joy your heart can hold. And those of us who love you, our thoughts are with you now. We offer you our blessing and bear witness to your vow. May your home be filled with harmony from the music in your soul, and we wish you all the joy your hearts can hold. We wish you all the joy your hearts can hold.
This song is based on the idea that your mother had at least as much to do with your birthday as you did. And in the case of my mother, significantly more.
hip hip hooray, so we threw this party for you. But with due respect, we must not forget the one who conceived and bore you. Let's drink a toast to your mother, it's the least that we can do. It's your mother's birthday too. For 9 long months she groans and grunts and turns into a teepee. And out you slid and all you did was breastfeed and go pee-pee. So pick up the phone and call her, it's the least that you can do. It's your mother's birthday too. For 16 years you cause her tears while she works her fingers bony. She bakes you pie while she scrapes by on crackers and bologna. So pick up the phone and call her, it's the least that you can do. It's your mother's birthday too. Then one fine day you move away saying see you at Thanksgiving. Well, she builds you a shrine and she spends her time asking if life is worth living. So pick up the phone and call her, it's the least that you can do. It's your mother's birthday too. You think you're so special, go and take a bow. But without your mother, where would you be now? Would it ask so much, you ungrateful putz, to think of her more often? How will you sleep, you selfish creep, when you put her in her coffin? So pick up the phone and call her, it's the least that you can do. It's your mother's birthday too. Yeah, pick up the phone and call her, it's the least that you can do. It's your mother's birthday too. Yeah, pick up the phone and call her, it's the least that you can do. It's your mother's birthday too. Happy birthday, Mom! And now, ladies and gentlemen, imagine, if you will, the year is 1932. In a small Parisian cafe, local patrons sit at scattered tables covered with checkered cloths. That is, the tables are covered with checkered cloths. That would be an interesting twist. The band strikes the opening chords, and all eyes focus on the stage, because tonight, Gladys Epiglottis is performing.
Men, I don't understand them. Men, they give me such a pain. Men, there's no use to defend them. They're only good for driving you insane. They stare at you and pester you and come knocking at your door. They tell you that they love you like they never have before. And when they get you where they want you, they don't want you anymore. Oh, men, men. M is for the misery they cause you, and E is for the energy that they N is for the nuisance they are to you. Oh, how could God have made such a mistake? Men, there must be a good one, a man a girl like me could love. But then I have never met one
who's not the selfish, good for nursing bum. I think I'll get the dog.
Man, that chick's depressed.
This next song is one that Neal wrote when he just turned 30, and he could feel the weight of mortality pressing upon him. It's called "You Can't Stay Here."
Exercise and good nutrition. You get into that gray gear, work out twice a day here. Do you know what they say, dear? You can't stay here. You can rise to wealth and power, reigning from your corporate tower.
Godfrey.
JG on the bass, Brian Nicolo on the drums. And now, speaking of little ponds looking better all the time, this little pond is about to look a whole lot better as we bring to the stage the beautiful faces and voices of the Corvallis High School Concert Choir under the direction of Brett Godfrey.
Traditional Nigerian folk song welcoming the chief to the town square. We're going to twist it around a little bit and we're going to welcome our chief back on stage.
We had been rehearsing with these guys and heard them do that song as a warm-up, so we asked them to do it for you.
You know, the first time I ever rehearsed with these guys, I went in expecting it to be, expecting it to be good. But it just blew my head off. Will you hear this, folks? We're going to take a little trip to the landfill, which is a good place to bring kids, I'd say.
Neal told me he actually cried a little bit during that first rehearsal. He sent it, this is so beautiful, which is really funny considering the content.
Well,
garbage song. They're just so beautiful.
Everything's beautiful in its own way.
putting up a band shell, passing out a handbill. Yeah, we're going to the landfill, and we're gonna have a real good time. Yeah, we're going to the landfill. Why don't you meet us at the landfill? Things are coming to a standstill, every other time. We're putting up a band shell, passing out a handbill. Yeah, we're going to the landfill, and we're gonna have a real good time. There's gonna be a demonstration against a major corporation for repeated violation of environmental rules. We're gonna press for litigation. It's gonna be a confrontation, and every television station gonna put us in the news. Well, we're gonna do the landfill. Set the landfill. We're gonna do the standstill. Every other border town. Putting up a band shell, passing out a handbill. We're going to the landfill, we're gonna have a real good time. Well, a handsome politician will make a pretty big decision to establish a commission to consider the complaint, to do a big investigation, collect a lot of information, and introduce some legislation, but nothing's gonna change. Yeah, we're going to the landfill. Why don't you meet us at the landfill? Things are coming to a standstill, and every other part of town. Putting up a band shell, passing out a handbill. Yeah, we're going to the landfill, we're gonna have a real good time. We're going to the landfill. Why don't you meet us at the landfill? Things are coming to a standstill, every other part of town. Putting up a handbill, putting up a band shell. We're going to the landfill, we're gonna have a real good time. Yeah, we're going to the landfill, we're gonna have a real good time. I think they like that. And now here's a song from our breakfast series. It's dawn, you wake, you feel the ache, a need you can't conceal. You leave your bed, thoughts fill your head with oatmeal. It's warm, it's gray, it starts your day, it's dense, it's cheap, it's real, so real. No salt, no fat, and less than that. It's oatmeal. Turgid slurry, pale and thick, lays in your stomach like a brick. That's what life is all about. Fills you up and cleans you out. scrape across your plate exquisitely congealed
A wonder of viscosity.
and folds your spoon in a glue cocoon. It's whole, whole, easy. Build a castle on a hill, fill the moat with cream. Brazen soldiers line the bridge. Here comes the queen. Who said quit grain? I can't explain the strength
And mystery,
of your
sweet mystery
appeal
of your appeal to Neal.
until I die. I will. He will die. Oh no.
You know, he goes for so real, so real.
And I'm going to tell you a story about a little fish. It's a beautiful little fish. Lived in a beautiful little creek with bracken ferns, big fat worms, lots of bugs to eat. One day he was out swimming around, and a big chunk of yellow cheese came floating by. And he wanted that cheese. He wanted to nibble that cheese. He wanted to swallow that cheese. When he heard his mother, his long-suffering fishing mother, you know what she said? You sure you want to know what she said? You really want to know what she said? Well, I'll tell you. Well, she said, don't, you never take a bite of the cheese. In the car, and full, and fried in the pan with there's grub, and slug, and lots of stuff to eat. So whatever you do, you must never take a bite of the cheese. Well, that baby didn't listen, and he gave his tail a flip.
He did.
He bit the cheese just as he pleased, but something caught his lip. Well, he dipped and popped and fluttered, but he got pulled up on shore. And as the man reached out his hand and heard his mama once more, he said, don't, you never take a bite of cheese. You go and pull and fried in a pan with me. Let's go, let's love it, and let us get to eat. So whatever you do, just never take a bite of cheese. That fishy was in real trouble, but it was his lucky day. See, the fisherman was hoping for a more substantial snack.
He was.
He looked and laughed and said, I guess I'm gonna have to throw this baby back. Well, the baby hit the water, was his lucky day. And if you walk down by that Broadway, still can't hear him say, don't, you never take a bite of the cheese. You look and pull and ride in the pan with me. There's grub, that's slurry, and lots of stuff to eat. So whatever you do, you must never never, ever, never, ever, ever, never, ever, 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 ever take goodbye of the I'd like to say some thank yous now as we come to the end of the show. And there's so many people involved in putting something like this on, I had to write them all down. Which is not surprising anyway, but... First of all, I'd like to thank Joe Malango, our backstage announcer, and Angel... Our backstage announcer. Thank you. I'd also like to thank Doug Looney on sound for making us sound good. Thanks, Doug. Anne Claire Gregg, Michael Ormsby, and Jan Diamond. Oh, I can't. And I'll do that part later. For upcoming art, right? I'd like to thank Angela and her crew, and Tom, actually Tom's not here tonight, but anyway, thank Angela and her crew for selling CDs for us. Thank you, Angela. I'd like to thank the staff at Grassroots Bookstore for ticket sales. Thank you, guys. I'd like to thank Kevin Ahern, my ever-patient Macintosh guru, and Kevin. I'd like to thank Richard Liebert, our photographer, and both of these guys worked on the Liberal video with me. I'd thank George and Ben Beekman for their work on the video also, and for recording tonight's show. We may actually have a recording of this, which would be wonderful. Vicki Hannah Lynn for her boundless support and enthusiasm. Thank you, Vicki. I thank Elizabeth Wyatt, who's the manager of the CHS Theater, did everything possible. And her crew, her wonderful crew.
And I'd like to mention the names of some of those kids because they've just been absolutely fabulous to work with. On the lights, Jazz Wiseman and Graham Jones, house manager Rachel Holler, for the box office, Mario Camden, but for the rigging, which you'll come to understand the importance of soon, Ivar Vang, Graham Jones, and Katie Chrissy, and then of course the stagehands, Elliot Wright, Emily Robinson, and Erica Lundhall. Thank you all very, very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, I was fortunate enough to have lived during the golden age of the automobile. I owned a magnificent 1967 pre-owned Dodge Dart. It was a brown sedan with a big slant six. Burned a little oil, but it was mighty cheap to fix. Started up easy when the engine was cold. Cops didn't bug me because they thought I was old. She owned a little piece of my heart. Exactly. But ladies and gentlemen, what did I own? Exactly. We needed to say it, actually. But ladies and gentlemen, even a Dodge Dart does not live forever. There's a brown 67 sedan standing in the rain, with a blown transmission and a broken timing chain. She used to take me everywhere I went. Now her doors are rusted and her rods are bent. Why'd you have to break my heart, Dodge Dart? We were driving to Philomath on the day of the tragedy. I had the radio on, I was tuned to KOAC. We turned the corner and I heard a pop. Then the engine went dead and we rolled to a stop. Half a mile from Derrymont, Dodge Dart. Oh little Dodgy, what am I gonna do? Oh little Dodgy, guess I'll buy a Subaru. I told my friends you'd never let me down. Now how am I ever gonna show my face in town? She died so young, it made me weep. Someone make me an offer and I'll sell her cheap. I guess I wasn't so smart, Dodge Dart. Dodge Dart.
Gladstone. Ms. Audrey Perkins. Mr. Kendall Lee. Mysterious J.G. And Brian Bucolo on drums. And Brett Godfrey, of course. Not too popular. He's just not too popular.
Here's a song about our beautiful planet.
This is the water, celebrate the water. May you always drink your fill. We can save the treasure if we stand together and celebrate the water. This is the air, celebrate the air. May you always drink your fill. We can save the treasure if we stand together and celebrate the air. This is the music, celebrate the music. May you always sing your fill. We can save the treasure if we stand together and celebrate the music. These are the people, celebrate the people. May you always love your fill. We can save the treasure if we stand together and celebrate the people.
Those who care
And now alas, the hour has come to say goodnight to everyone we'd love